Welcome, everybody.
Man, I tell you what, that registered kind of loud on there.
Did it?
Yeah.
It's all right.
It'd be all right.
People love loud.
Do they? Well, hey, if that hurt your ears, everybody, I guess we apologize after, because we didn't know it was going to be that loud. But, you try something new for the first time, and sometimes that's how it goes.
And that wasn't a real apology because we don't apologize.
Yeah.
Well, today's show is brought to you by Fire Shield LLC for all your fire extinguisher services, inspections, and sales. Call 903-724-2713. And brought to you by Advanced Systems for all your alarm and security purposes.
Yeah.
Visit TexasAlarms.com. And no, we did not put the www in front because why?
Yeah, because if you still need to know that, then you're about half ignorant then. I'd say, I take zero pleasure in calling people, half ignorant, or even full. But if you still need to know, well, hey, am I supposed to put something in front of that?
Is there any website that doesn't begin with www?
Not too many in this country, So
yeah, but also we have a sponsor today.
Well, hey, shoot, hey, we're moving up. Folks are wanting on this. They want to be a part of this thing, don't they?
You dang right. We have some interesting. What do you call guest appearances coming in the near future? So
yeah.
So people are wanting to be a part, and we appreciate that. But today's sponsor is Ram Audio, Sound, and Security out of Palestine, Texas. Right? So, pretty much anything you need done to an automobile, they can get it done. Yeah.
I know we got I know Mama got her windows tinted there, a few years ago. Yeah,
I got some business logos put on my truck there.
They put some good tunes in there if you need them to.
Oh, yeah, they can tune it up. They can get you bed covers. They can, and they also do like a wrap. Like you want your vehicle.
So they do the
wrapped.
Vinyl wraps at that place?
Dang right.
Oh, okay.
And I was in there the other day, and I watched this young cat in there doing his little program where he does the logos and the graphics.
Yeah.
Probably the fastest person on a computer I've ever seen. Yeah, he was all like. I couldn't even keep up, man. I said, "Hey, why don't you do that?" And by the time I got that done, he's
already done it and something else
2 or 3 steps ahead of me. So
he's like, "Keep up."
Yeah, so give them a call 903-723-8714.
Yeah, who's that cat you dealt with down there?
His name is Robert Mosier.
There you go.
And absolutely great customer service.
Yeah.
Right? I dealt with him, and there's a couple of people behind the counter. They were excellent, man.
Yeah. I've only had good experiences going in there. I know they took care of my mother's car real well, Go see them.
Experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, Roy, what's today's holiday, man?
Today's holiday. Well, again, so happy Tuesday to everybody, right? This is a Tuesday show, right?
It's Tuesday.
Right. I tell you what, this retired life, it just plays with your mind sometimes. You just wake up and be like, baby, what's going on? Is there anything I need to even do today?
Hey, look.
Should we even get out of bed today?
There's no reason to keep up with what day it is.
Yeah, right.
Maybe the date, but not what day.
Yeah. No, I hear. So today is Tuesday, so January 12th, right? So today, there's a few different ones out there, but I think this is the most interesting. So if you've got somebody, fellas or ladies, that maybe lives downstairs from you, you know what I mean? And you're like, man, I sure would like go give them a, one of them sloppy kisses or something, right? Today would be your day, only if that person happens to be a redhead, right?
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, because today is National Kiss a Ginger Day.
No way.
Hey, I can't make
this
these up.
Awesome,
right? So
if there's a redhead somewhere,
hey, you can't get in trouble, right? So
you have a pass.
Yeah, Yeah, you have to, right? Because you see this good-looking lady or good-looking dude, whatever you might be into.
Yeah, you might be into dudes.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know about you, huh?
Or even ugly dudes, right? Who knows?
Make
right?
sure they're redheaded.
Yeah, please. They got to be redheaded today.
And they don't have the right to get mad either.
They can't.
Like if they're like, hey,
don't touch me there, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or hey, why did you? What was that for?
You didn't say touching though. You just said kiss.
Well,
kiss a ginger day.
Yeah, but
you didn't say touch a
touch
ginger.
them with your lips. I mean, I didn't say it doesn't say that you have to kiss them on the lips. It just says kiss them.
Oh.
So
okay, so yeah.
So anyway, today, January 12th, National Kiss a Ginger Day, right? So if you're redheaded, folks, hey, be ready for it.
Yeah.
Right? You might not want to leave the house today. You mess around and you know.
Well, you might want to make sure you take a shower and you smell good, and because you never know. Because today's the day where people's going to go out and find a good-looking redhead, and they're going to pick their favorite part.
Yeah.
And they're going to kiss it.
Yeah, they're hunting for you today, right? This is like opening of deer season.
Yeah.
Right. This is opening of ginger season today.
I mean, if you're
one day only.
If you're redheaded and you look like Quasimodo, you're probably safe.
Yeah.
But it could happen because you got that red hair. So.
Yeah, because this evening it's about 11:30 this evening, and somebody's like, I just ain't found one, and then hey, they see hunchbacking over in the corner. You're all that's left. You're their only option.
Hunchbacking.
that ain't like Cosmo one though, I guess.
Yeah. He's all doing a front hump to his buddy in the face.
Yeah, he got in trouble too though.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's your holiday today.
Okay, good. Well, speaking of redheads, I went up to take a test up in Tyler the other day, right? And it was on the Snowmageddon day, right? So, or the day after. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah.
Very rare event here in East Texas.
Yeah.
But so I go up to take this test.
I'm assuming you're going to tie this to redheads because you said speaking of redheads.
Yeah. Because they said be there 15 minutes early.
As you should be, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, folks, be early for your appointments and your meetings and stuff. Hey, be early.
Oily.
Right.
So we pull up. I wait a little bit, do last minute studying, which didn't help because I didn't retain or remember anything I read.
Yeah.
And then
usually doesn't work.
No. So I walked up to the door and there's a young lady waiting also. Doors are locked.
Okay.
There's a number on the thing to call.
She was a testee like you were.
Yeah, she was. And so anyway, we have ended up calling that because it got like 5 minutes till 9 o'clock. It's supposed to open up at 9, or actually test starts at 9. And so I call that number and I'm like, hey, it's freezing cold out here. Y'all asked us to be here 15 minutes early. There's a guy that died already.
He's already laid out in the parking lot.
What are y'all gonna do? Are we still gonna take our test? So anyway,
or should I call the ambulance?
So the lady's like, well, let me call you back and see what's going on.
What are we doing?
Oh, yeah. And it's not like there's nobody in this part of the building.
So do you see people walking around inside?
No, there is nobody in the entire building. No vehicles outside, nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Except for all you testes out there.
Yeah. So, anyways, she calls back and says, oh, yeah, we are canceled due to bad weather.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd have liked to known that before I got up and drove an hour up here,
Yeah.
When were y'all going to tell everybody that we canceled?
Because it's not like Tyler's just right down the road from us.
Well, look here.
You have to make a trip.
Yeah. And they got a 48-hour notice on their end. Like, if you're going to cancel, give them 48 hours. Yeah. Well, why can't they do that?
Yeah.
Did y'all not know it snowed the day before?
Did it snow here the same day it snowed, at the house?
Was it different in Tyler? I mean,
yeah.
Well, anyways, so during all this, there was a redheaded guy.
Oh yeah.
In the truck next to me. He gets out and goes up to the door. Wait a minute. After he's already seen us over there trying the door
and calling
and all this, so we're over there raising commotion. We get back in our vehicles. He
figures, I've got it. I know what to do.
He thought maybe, since I'm redheaded, they're going to open the door.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he walks all the way to the building, tries the door. Hey, and his face turned as red as his hair.
Yeah. Madder than all get out.
He was madder
Did
than
he call the number?
nest of hornets. Okay.
Just got kicked.
I didn't see him call the number.
No.
I just decided to leave.
Yeah.
And they said they could reschedule it. So at least I don't have to pay for it again,
Yeah.
you know.
So you're not rescheduled for like it'll be like, oh, it's in 48 hours, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, it's tonight at 10. What? I got to drive back up here? So,
Heck no.
while we was in Tyler, we decided to stop at Atwood's. And I needed some overalls.
Boy, hey, that's a good place to go to for pretty much everything you need.
Everything.
Atwood's has it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And usually a really good price.
I remember my papa used to take us to Atwood's for hot dogs sometimes.
What?
Yeah.
They had hot dogs?
Yeah.
Well, they don't got them now.
He always knew, he'd be like, hey, you want to run up to Atwood's? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess. Are y'all hungry? I was like, what?
Yeah, they got free hot dogs.
He was like, yeah, they're selling hot dogs in the parking lot every Wednesday. Right?
They're week-old hot dogs.
So sure enough, right, we'd drive up to the Atwood's, I believe in Kilgore. I'd be dang, they'd be selling hot dogs out there in the parking lot.
Hey, y'all want to go to Kilgo?
Yeah, right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, from Papa's house, it's just a hop down the street, but that's what I remember at Atwood's growing up.
Sweet.
Right?
Well, they got good
Getting
deals in there, man.
hot dogs.
They
Do, man. They got so much stuff.
Well, we decided to go over to the overall section because that's what I needed to get. Me and my boys wanted to get us some fresh new pair. Ain't nothing like a fresh, brand new pair of roundhouse overalls.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, of course they didn't have my size.
Because you're that popular size.
Yeah. They didn't even have anything close to it.
Oh.
But we managed to find the largest set of overalls I've ever seen in my life.
Were they like 48s or something?
Listen here. 74 30s. Okay?
So picture that, right? So you said a 74. Are you sure it's not the other way around?
No.
They're not thin and really tall?
No, because
30
actually
74s?
No, because actually before that one, we found a pair of 60s. Right?
And you figure that's it. There's nothing bigger.
There's no way. We held them up, took a picture of them, all that kind of stuff. So when we got to look, I was like, no way. Here's a 74.
It's still going up, kids.
Hey, listen, a 74 by 30. That means somebody is twice the size wide as they are long.
Yeah.
Right? Well, anyway, it was big enough for me and both my sons to get in.
Yeah. Those are twofers, right? I mean, you could probably buy, if you knew somebody who was handy with the needle and thread, right? You could probably buy a pair of 74 30s, right? And they could
make you 3 pairs.
Yeah, right.
One pair won't have any straps, but the other 2 will have one.
One will be a pair of pants, right? And the others will be, monowalls.
Or you might get 1 pair of overalls, 1 pair of pants, and a denim pearl snap. Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's the hey, if you find a pair of 74 30, no, I guess you need to find bigger. If you can find something bigger,
let us know.
Right. Take a picture of it, right?
Send it to our Facebook page.
Share it with us on Facebook, right? Because you can't just say, there you go, breaking it again, right? You can't just say, oh yeah, I've seen one, the Tractor Supply had one. Hey.
Yeah,
you got to prove it.
Don't send us a message that says, "Hey, I saw one." Okay, we need proof.
And hey, and maybe you actually currently have them sitting in your dresser.
Hey,
I mean,
may
you
be
might.
Yours.
You're right. They could be yours, right?
Or your wife's. I don't know, man. Who knows? There's some big old gals in Arkansas, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I think most of them work at laundromats too. Don't they?
No, some of them are the boss at laundromats. That's what happens when they bend over. They're like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
Hey, so on Tuesdays you like to do a 21st century segment. So what you got for us today?
Well, so today, I guess this is something we probably should have stopped doing maybe about 10, 15 years ago, right? So today, it's with it being the 21st century, y'all, hey, let's stop using standalone GPSs, right? Right, and on top of that, right? Hey,
so you're saying 15 years ago they should have stopped?
Yeah. maybe 10.
And people are still doing it?
Yeah, I mean, you see, somebody's got one stuck up in the corner of their window when you're driving by. It's usually the person that's wearing a mask, right, in their car, right? Wearing their mask.
But and they're by themselves.
A mask and a face shield, right?
In a hazmat suit.
Hazmat suit, right? And they've got a Garmin GPS stuck in the corner of their windshield.
Oh, man.
Right? And they're using it because you drive by, it's still on, right?
And their $50,000 vehicle's already got it on the screen.
Well, hey, I've got it.
They may be wrong, you know.
So, but I guess I can't talk too bad about that person, right? Because at least they aren't as bad as the person that is still asking you for directions, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to, we're gonna meet over at the choking stank, right?
What?
For lunch?
What? What?
You haven't been
choking stink.
Yeah.
Where is that?
That's around the backside of maybe we shouldn't go. At least in the daytime, right?
Maybe we shouldn't go.
Right. Right,
okay.
but they're asking you for directions, right? Hey,
how do I get there?
Yeah. Hey, do I go down? Do I make a left on Main, or do I take a right on on Turtle Dove?
Right there where that cow's eating on the side of the highway, and then.
I mean, do we ask for directions anymore? I mean, you shouldn't,
Absolutely
right?
Not.
When somebody says, "Hey, we're going to this place," cool. Yep, I found it. It's in my phone. I'll see you there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And really.
Or just tell your phone.
If it's a business, you don't even need to ask for the address. You just type it in your maps or your Google Maps, and it's there. It is. A lot of times you don't even finish typing it, and it pops up for you already, right?
Right.
Now, if it's somebody's house, you may say, "Okay, what's your address?"
And for the folks that refuse to use them, right? You have a smartphone that's got 400 maps loaded on it. You refuse to use it. You choose to, I've been taking this same route for the last 42 years. I know how to get to where. Hey, this map is telling you 9 faster ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Well, yeah, but who knows? And and I've been doing this since I was a kid. Yeah, we get it. Right?
Aunt Booty Foo's out there. Her guineas might be in the road and slow me up a little bit.
Yeah. So look.
But I will say this though. I honestly used to live so far down that my address didn't pick up anywhere.
It wouldn't take you there?
Yeah. And but it probably does now. That was, 20 years ago. And it was like I remember people would come out there. When it was still
the dirt road.
Yeah, people would come out there and be like, "Man, where in the heck do you live?"
Yeah, we got scared and almost turned around.
Man, we got to pipe daylight down in here. Huh? Shoot. Huh?
So look.
Matter of fact, the sun went down between us and town.
Hey, that's pretty far out there, isn't it? Yeah.
Down in them boondocks, man.
Hey, so you mentioned this a while ago, briefly, right? But I want to touch on it because this always happens. This is probably only going to happen in the area that we live in once every 10 years, right? Minimum. Right. Now, I know it's happened.
Or I'm sorry, maximum.
Yeah. Now, it did happen a few years ago because I remember seeing videos on it. Some folks in Longview were having trouble getting up this one incline, right? They were somebody was recording them and they were like, "Oh, this guy's going to make it. He's going to make it. He ain't going to make it." He's just sliding down the hill. So Monday, right? Here in East Texas, at least, we got hit with Snowmageddon 21.
Snowmageddon,
right? And
Sunday. It was Sunday.
Well, that's when it started. Yeah, but most things were closed Monday. Yeah. So Sunday when the snow started hitting. Now, the folks around here, right? They just continue to add fuel to the fire. Other folks, like when I was stationed when I was in the service. Everybody from up north always, "Man, you folks have no idea how to drive in the snow." No, now I do, just because I've lived all over the place and I've lived in places where it snowed, 6 months out of the year, so I've become accustomed to driving in the snow. Right, but we don't do ourselves any favors when you see what some of the jackholes were doing on Sunday, right? And
hey, people can't drive in the rain around here.
So look, folks, when it snows for the first time in 10 years and you've never been, been out in it, or you assume, well, my truck's got nuts on the back of it, so it can go through anything, right? And you blow by me, and I'm going
35.
I'm going probably 50 and a 70, right?
Ooh, that's brave.
Right. And you blow by me, and a mile up the road, I see you in the ditch.
Because it happens all the time.
All the time, right? I purposefully keep tow straps in the back of my truck. At least we did all the time in Abilene, because we were going to get the snow and ice in Abilene, and it never failed. You were going to have the person from Texas that had never seen snow, because it snows a half an inch. I mean, schools are canceled for 3 days, and life shuts down in Texas when the snow hits. So
all you snow hawks out there, future welcome.
Yeah.
From because Roy is going to pull you out.
Yeah. Oh, we've pulled so many people out. I mean, it's I probably could have made a pretty good living, right? Usually it's just, hey, get out of the ditch, slow down, get home. Heck, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you really in that much of a hurry?
Yeah. I was going to get a pack of cigarettes. Come on.
Yeah, before they close. Come on, 7-Eleven doesn't close. You know what I mean? So, hey, slow down. Texas drivers, stop giving the people from the north a reason to continue to make fun of us.
Yeah.
Now I know
they already think we're idiots,
right? Now I used to always have a comeback because they'd be like, "Man, you guys don't know how to drive in the snow in the winter, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, but at least we don't die in our houses in the summertime when it gets too hot, right? When our temperature gets over 95, we're not dying in our house." Right.
Yeah, they don't find us dead from heat. We know how to get somewhere to get cooled off.
Yeah, right. Or we're accustomed to it. So, slow down, Texas folks. Snowmageddon's only going to hit once every decade.
I know exactly what you're talking about too, because we left out Sunday evening. I had to go up to the store, get some stuff, and somebody down a farm and market road, right? Like it's not like it's heavily traveled and been brushed off to the side. Maybe
it's still full of snow.
It's still got snow on it. Some dude passes me and honks like I'm doing something wrong. Well, I was going 15, but was that too slow maybe, or
in the what? 15 in a what? Probably a
55.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Yeah, so
I mean, but if you're going to be, I'd rather you be a little cautious.
But he was going like 80, okay? He found a straightaway right through here.
He'd be the tick turd that'd be up, a quarter mile down the road. Headlights would be facing you off to the side, out flagging you down.
Hey, matter of fact, when he got back in the other lane, he kind of fishtailed a little bit. And I was like,
I bet his sphincter puckered up on him a little bit, So, slow down. I mean, dummies.
He might have did the 1-2 easy, poking easy.
Yeah.
So we had Snowmageddon, man. It honestly, my entire life I've never seen that much snow here.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was the most.
I can't recall any time that we've had it that bad. I mean, it was bad enough. I know I'd text my son in Shreveport. He said they were getting dumped on over there. So
yeah,
that was a pretty big storm that came through.
Yeah. Hey, man, I was going to tell you the other day, and folks, y'all listen to this, because sometimes stuff just don't make sense.
Uh-oh.
Right? And I got a pretty smart uncle. We was dropping him off hunting this past season. He was bragging about how good he could shoot, right?
Yeah.
Bragging, because we was sighting in our guns the day before we took him. And it was me, my cousin, and my uncle going hunting. He bragging about how he could drive nails, right? From so far out. And I was like, y'all must have some big old nails where y'all live, because you ain't getting, Well, anyways, he just kept on bragging, and I showed him these pictures of these bucks that we had on the place. And he said, oh, yeah, I seen that one right there. I call that one Seesaw. And I was like, Seesaw? He's like, yeah, his antlers are so big. When he bends down to eat, his back legs come up off the ground.
Yeah.
Right? Whoa, okay.
That's a big one, Unc.
Yeah, he said, I want to get him. I said, all right, so we're going to drop you off where you think you're going to get him. We went out there. We dropped him off first.
Okay.
And then me and my cousin took off. I'm going to go drop my cousin off. Well, but right before I dropped my cousin off, we heard boom.
Dang, already?
Uncle done shot.
Okay.
So me and my cousin just looking at each other like, huh?
Man, we didn't even get set yet.
Already? Yeah. So
you looked at your watch. Is it legal yet? Heck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't even.
Was it too early?
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about times now.
Okay.
Get in trouble. No, but so anyway, while we're looking at each other, we hear another boom. I said, "Man, hop in, let's go."
Coming from the direction where your uncle was.
Oh, it's definitely him.
Okay, okay.
It's close. You know, it's close enough. We know it's him. It's his direction. Well,
okay.
Well, anyway, he hops in, and we do a U-turn, start going. We hear it again. Boom!
Dang!
So we done heard 3 shots. Well, I'm already telling my cousin like, hey, I'm gonna mess with him because he said he was so good he could, he could drive them nails at 300 yards and all this, that, and other.
Oh, one-shot Sammy in there.
Yeah. So we pull up far enough away where we wouldn't scare off whatever he's doing. Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna wait for him to come down out of the stand. We wait. All of a sudden, we see him coming down. So we said, okay, It's good to drive up. We drove over. It's like, hey, man, did you get him? He's like, yeah, he's laying right over there. He said, it's old Seesaw, too, man. And you could tell, he had pretty good rack sticking up from laying down on the ground. We go down there, and there ain't but one hole in the deer. So here's my shot, right? I'm like, I'm going to bust him. I'm like, hey, what's up, Unc? I thought you said you could shoot, man. Took you 3 shots. I only see one hole,
Yeah.
He's like, well, I only shot the deer once. Shot at him once. He's like, well, why'd you shoot 3 times? He goes, well, I shot the first time to stop the buck.
Yeah. When
he stopped, then I shot him. I said, okay, usually people make a sound or something to stop him. He shot.
Okay.
Well, anyways, I said, okay, well, what was the 3rd shot? He goes, oh, the 3rd shot was to let you know I was over here shooting. like we didn't hear the other 2, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I said, man, come on. Who does this? That's his story, though. I think he shot at him 3 times. But he had a real good excuse.
Yeah.
But made him look like an idiot.
He probably been hunting long enough. He
had to take.
He knows his excuses.
He had to take one of the 2 losses because either he's an idiot because he can't shoot straight, or he's an idiot because he thinks we didn't hear them other shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, either way, he got it though, huh? Big old Seesaw.
Seesaw, man. He looked like if he'd been down to eat, them old back legs come up off the ground.
Yeah. So, I think we brought this up on our last show, maybe the show before that, right, folks? So, we talked about the Spit Cup and Roy attaboy, right? Mm-hmm. So the things that you can do to kind of earn that, right? I mean, it ain't just for the folks that show up to work, right? I mean, they're like, well, I showed up to work on time. Well, good, you're supposed to. I mean,
I'm just here to get a paycheck.
I mean, do you want a treat just because you clocked in at 8 and you left at 5? I mean, that's
for the first time in a month you made it on time.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right? So it's for the folks that kind of go above and beyond. Right? Above and beyond, right? So don't just do the minimum. I mean, if you're just going to sit and do the minimum, I mean, you're never going to be recognized.
You're never going to get an attaboy.
And not from Spit Cup and Roy, you won't. No. I mean, your mama may say, you're doing such a great job.
That Spit Cup and Roy attaboy could possibly get you a raise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right?
I'm just saying.
I mean, your boss sees you getting recognized for doing good work by, either customers, or other folks. So I can tell you 2 folks that I saw yesterday.
You found 2 attaboys?
We're going to call these the anti-attaboys.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Spit Cup and Roy ain't getting the attaboy.
There you go. Let's call them out.
So let's not be these 2 individuals, right? Let's take a little bit of pride, in our work or in our job. So me and the wife were at the Walmart, and I'm always
you always get them.
Right, I'm always looking at folks and watching and observing, right? Who, every time I go onto a new aisle, okay, which person do I need to kill in case stuff pops off?
That's exactly what I do.
When stuff pops off on this aisle,
I'm watching somebody like, okay, is there danger here?
Yeah.
And if their danger arises, can I get this person and how?
Yeah.
All right. Then I move on to other things like, is this person sexy? You know, no,
if she's a redhead, would this be the day that I would kiss her? You know what I mean? So we were walking through the Walmart, right? And I was moseying through. It was either the chips or the cookies aisle, right? Because I'm a fatty, right? So I was seeing what new was on the shelf. Maybe Oreo would come out with the quadruple stuff. I didn't know. Yeah. I was going to check.
And it be dyed a green or orange or something.
Yeah, right. So our first recipient of the non-attaboy was, slack off Henry, right? Who was down there. He was stocking the shelves with Oreos and the generic Oreos. It doesn't matter, right? But if you're going to take such little pride in your work that you're putting the cookies on the shelf and the packaging's upside down, it's backwards, it's laying down, it's just, and you're just
so he's just throwing it up there,
slinging cookies on the shelf, right? Like he's mad because he got called in, right?
Yeah. On his day off, right? Snowmageddon day.
Yeah. He had a Fortnite tournament he was supposed to run, right? And he got called in.
Or he's supposed to be doing a fidget spinner with his best friend.
Yeah. He was supposed to be DMing the next, Dungeon Masters game, Dungeons and Dragons, right? And he was pissed, and he was gonna show everybody, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about these cookies, right? Put them upside down, right? So, hey, don't be that guy, right?
If my day sucks, your day's gonna suck trying to read these cookies.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know what you're getting, right? So don't be that guy, right? Take a little pride in your work. I mean, for you it may be just menial, right? It doesn't matter, right? But hey, if boss man's walking back and he's like, oh, hey,
you know what?
I mean, what are we doing?
You got a bad attitude and you don't know how to stack cookies.
Yeah. Get out of here! You want to play in that Fortnite tournament? You can host one every day of the week, right?
Yeah, here's your chance, and I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, right. And so that's the first guy. Second guy, right? So the Walmart was earlier in the day. Well,
so you got two antis in one day?
2 in one day, right? Right. So Snowmageddon had kind of thrown we didn't feel like we'd sat at the house all day and we're like, man, we don't even want to cook, And we kept seeing, so we're watching TV all day and watching sports, and we start seeing a whole bunch of Pizza Hut commercials, and the wife's like, hey, let's go to Pizza Hut. They got that good crust. I'm like, I guess, Well, let's go then, right? So we head up to the Pizza Hut. Right. So we pull up and there's 15 delivery cars, and
15
and one car for customers, and that was us. We were the only customers inside the Pizza Hut, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So we walk in, nobody's in there, right?
Did anybody even know y'all was there?
I can tell you who didn't know we were there, and that would have been
the person that was supposed to know you was there.
The person that should have seen us come in, hear us come in, hear me comment after I came in, right? Whoa. And hey, right? And
right. My comment.
That's how I usually comment. I try, right? Ooh, I need a cigarette and a nap. Right. So we walk in, and I look up, and this guy makes eye contact, and he goes back down. His mask is half hanging off his one ear and the other cheek, and he's like putting something in his drink, and he's stirring it, and he's like, and he's over there for a good, minute or two, right?
He may have to make sure that tea was right.
Right. So, and my wife comments, she's like, hey, you think he's our server? And she's kind of loud enough so I can hear. And now I'm loud enough so he can hear. And I said, well, heck, I hope not, And so it took somebody to come from out of the kitchen to walk by him and say, hey, did you see them up there? And then
what did he say?
Right? Fortnite, right? And then she comes up and she seats us, and she's like, hey, your server, he'll be over here in a minute. And I was like, oh, God, I hope not. So, look, people, right? If your job is to be a greeter and or server in a restaurant, hey, that's your lot in life right now, right?
Be good at it.
Right? There's folks that are, on street corners with signs begging that probably wouldn't mind being a server.
Yeah, like the chick in Oklahoma we saw that said, I'll dance for money.
And she was getting it.
But she was already dancing. So like, wait, we're okay.
Am I getting this show
this
for free?
This is for free, man.
Or maybe somebody had already paid her.
Oh,
and so
she had to keep going for like a whole song.
Yeah, a whole song or a whole, cycle of the traffic signal. You know what I mean? So, hey, you dance until it turns red. You know what I mean? So she was right until the light turned red. So look, there you go. Like if you're going to be a server, know when the one customer that comes into the store, at least greet. Hey, I'll be right with you, folks. Right? There's small things you can do.
It was your one chance to show passion about what you do that day. Y'all were probably the only customer inside the whole day.
Well, right before we left, a couple that they looked like they'd been married since the 40s, right?
Oh, and did they get any immediate service?
Oh yeah, he was more attentive to them.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me.
Maybe so. Maybe he knew that you were looking at him, going, he's thinking about how to kill me.
Yeah.
Am I a danger?
Yeah.
To him or his wife?
So those two guys, Spit Cup, they would not receive our award, right? Or they would not get recognized by us.
Two antis in one day, man.
Right,
that's a shame.
That's crazy, right?
In the same town.
Same day, same town, and really less than 2 miles from each other, right? From the Walmart to the Pizza Hut. So,
they don't get it.
Right. So, Pizza Hut server guy, Walmart stacker guy.
Yeah.
There's your chance. He gone. All right.
Yeah. There you go.
What else you got, man? Right, so, I know another thing, right? So now this wouldn't factor into the Spit Cup and Roy Attaboy, right? But we were in the Taco Bell a few days ago. We might have been Saturday, something like that, right? And we were sitting in there. We were enjoying our nachos Bel Grande, or it definitely wasn't a Mexican pizza. Thank you, Taco Bell, for taking that off the menu. You sons of guns.
Enchilada.
Right? Dang, miss my Mexican pizza.
Ooh, yeah.
It's gone, man.
Yeah, but, because the reason why is because if you eat a Mexican pizza during this pandemic, you could possibly catch COVID. So, no more pizza until the pandemic's over.
Until the pandemic. Right. Well, the pandemic's almost over. Right. Inauguration Day, I think it goes away. Right.
Well,
anyway, so we're at the Taco Bell, right? And now, I've played this game a lot whenever we'd go to Taco Bell, right? There's no telling what name I'm going to give the individual, right? When they ask, hey, can I get a name for your order? I may be, Shadinkwing or, Alfonso Lorenzo.
Tarquinius.
Right? All kinds of stuff. Frank. Who knows? I'm going to be... Now, I also then have to remember what name I gave, so when they're yelling it from the counter, I know that it's my order, and I'm not like, oh God, what idiot has that name?
Yeah, is that the one I used?
Golly, is that me? Right. So we'd already gotten our food, and we sat down. So an individual walks in, an individual of Arabic descent, look like he's from the Middle East.
Oh yeah,
right. And so he gives,
was he dressed normal?
Oh, he's dressed like he's a construction worker.
Oh,
what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, right. And he orders whatever he orders, and hey, can I get a name for the order? And whatever he told them, right? And so the kid on the other side, all he's doing, what's your name? Okay, and he's typing it, and it, prints out, right? And so then, boom, take a couple of minutes, they make his order, and then, not like they really needed to call his name because he was the only guy waiting for food on the, in the lobby, right? But the guy, that finished making the food comes up and he says, Hajia? 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 Hey, your order. Right? And the customer gets irate, right?
What?
Okay. I mean, it makes him so, it made him so dang mad.
By the way they said his name?
Yes, right? Now, look, I mean, it's not like your name was John, all right? Or even, Muhammad, which is a common, name. That's not an uncommon name. And I think I've heard or read before that Muhammad is
probably
the most common
name in the world.
Name in the world, yeah, most definitely. Right, so they say his name based off of what they heard him say. Now, I guess the guy could have said, "Hey, how do you spell that?" or whatever. Anyway, so they say his name. The guy gets all irate, and he's like, "Well, the H is silent on the front of it."
Yeah, well, we don't know that.
Yeah, how does the guy who's making $7.25 for the Taco Bell know that your name has a silent H on it, and is hyphenated, doubled and ostracized?
It's supposed to be pronounced Akbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that.
So if and I'm not saying you got to, I'm not telling you, hey, change your name. That's not for me, because maybe that's a family name. But if you have a name that's in this area is a little difficult or different, right?
Especially around here, we barely know English, right?
So you might want to go in and say, my name's Henry or Hank.
Or like if you go into like the 7-Eleven and there's an Arab guy or Middle Eastern guy working in there, and his name tag says Chris. Yeah. And dang well his name ain't Chris.
It's probably,
he's being courteous.
Yeah.
And saying, just call me Chris.
Yeah.
Because my name is.
Yeah. I mean, how do you even spell that? You know what I mean? So he's doing us a favor, right? And I'm not saying that he's trying to, he's trying to lose his cultural identity, right? But he knows I'm in a location that Chris will probably suit me better. Now, I'm sure he doesn't get called Chris at home. When he flies back home, if he still has family back in Saudi Arabia, I bet they don't call him Chris.
Do you think he ever hey, you know what, guys? Just call me Chris.
Yeah. Now,
hey, if I was gonna do go to another country, or I might even do it here, but if I was gonna change my name, I'd change it to. Yeah.
Do I have to close my eyes like you just did when I say it?
Yeah. Hey, excuse me. Can I have another straw, please?
Yeah.
That'd be me.
I mean, how do you spell? I mean, do you capitalize all of it?
When those people call you all the time, telemarketers call you. Yes, we need to speak with. This is he.
Yeah, you got him. Yeah, right. So, look, if you've got a difficult name, right, do not get all butthurt and bent out of shape when the guy at the Taco Bell, accidentally mispronounces it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Come on. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point?
Come on, man.
Look.
He just, you know what? He probably wasn't even that mad about that. Something else at the construction site made him mad.
Maybe he had to make the lunch run for the ninth time.
Or maybe he was that guy that been wanting to play Fortnite so bad that did a crappy job. He was an anti-attaboy. Yeah. And he got fired. Right, and so
but he was still dressed. Oh, maybe that day.
He was on his way home and stopped at Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, they just let him go.
Right, so he's angry.
He's like, that next son of a gun that says my name wrong. I'm knee deep.
Next time they call me Hiya.
Yeah. Instead of Aya. And that's it. You're like,
man. So you were telling me yesterday that something about the car stickers.
Yeah. Hey, for this is a PSA, right? A public service announcement.
All
right, and this is, I apologize for anybody that's listening from outside the great state of Texas, right? Right. This does not pertain to you, right? This is only for for us, right? So, Texas has announced that April 14th, 2021, right?
14.
In the year of our Lord, your car stickers that you've let expire since May of 2020?
Because of COVID-19?
Yeah, because of COVID, and that you were too dang lazy to go onto the World Wide Web and update your dang car sticker, right? Oh, but the office is closed where I live, right? But I bet that internet wasn't, right?
That's the same person driving around with the GPS, the Garmin GPS,
the Garmin
mounted on the side.
Or
of
it's
the
also
windshield.
just a person that's just, you know what? I'm just going to take advantage, right? So
Advantage.
I'm going to take advantage of the system, right? So your driver's license, if they expired in 2020, you have until April 14th, 2021. Now, here's my understanding of the program.
Mm-hmm.
It may not work this way, but the Lord knows I include this in my prayers at night, and I hope it does happen this way.
Yeah.
Because I think I've read it that it's going to happen this way. Let's say your tags expired in June of 20, right?
Yeah.
And you've been allowed to not renew them, or you didn't need to renew them.
Because if you do renew them, you'll catch corona.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, and you were like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a free year out of it. To my understanding, when you go in there in April to renew your tags,
Don't tell me.
you're going to get a sticker that says 6/6 of 21 on it. So in 2 more months, you're going to have to get another sticker.
Yeah.
To my understanding, your original month remains.
Hey, y'all keep skipping.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now you're going to have to double up to catch up.
Hey, keep drinking that beer. See what happens. Huh?
Now, I don't know for 100% sees that it's going to work that way. I just hope it does, right? Because, look,
Because I didn't skip.
I dang sure didn't skip, right? Because my wife ain't going to let me
I
skip.
think there's something to it on them paper tags, too. Same thing.
Yeah.
I think same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is. If you've had a paper tag because you bought a vehicle last year and paper tags ain't good but for like 90 days at most, yeah, you could have had them ever since April of last year.
But you didn't go get it because you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah, they got Corona at the DMV.
Hey,
You know?
But they don't have it at Walmart. I'm going to wear my mask anyways. And get mad when other people don't.
Yeah. Dang. Right.
Speaking of getting mad, dude.
So, car tax, April 21.
How about all the people that butt hurt on the election, man? Look here. I ain't going to lie. I don't like the result of the election. Okay? Not one bit. I rooted for Donald Trump.
Yeah, it didn't go my way.
Okay? And 100%, I never even double crossed my mind like maybe Biden. No, absolutely
Not even close.
And they'll never convince me that Biden got more votes than Obama. Biden got more votes than any president in the history of the United States of America. I think that is false.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Biden only did campaigns at old folks' homes where there was like 9 people.
Yeah, it was like 9 people.
And Obama, the whole world voted for him. I mean, he was a popular guy,
yeah.
right?
Everybody
and so you're
wanted to
telling me
try.
that Sleepy Joe got more votes than Barack Hussein
the guy
Obama
that can't
the
complete
ninth.
a sentence,
You know.
and that. Well, anyways, we're not going to go into
No, right.
all the backstory of that. But what I do want to say is, you got to move forward.
Yeah.
It's not going to change your life that much.
Yeah. Right.
Really, it's not.
No.
I've been 42 years on Earth, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I hadn't even counted the presidents, but there's been several elections I've gone through,
Just a couple.
and I didn't notice any change.
Yeah. Now,
Right.
we might have our gas prices might go up a tick, right?
Yeah, and I think that's got more something to do with the people, the people that have a lot of, that have their hand in the oil industry.
Yeah.
I think that's got a lot to do with
But
it.
I mean, what are we saying, folks? Right? Whether you're Republican or Democrat or Independent or what was that green tea and
Black tea,
libertarian and
Yeah.
Earl Grey, and whatever party you're affiliated with,
Oh,
right?
gosh. They messed up when they split parties. I mean, they should have never
Right?
done
I mean,
that.
we understand that folks are on a we hit stuff from all sides in this country, right? But hey, it's over. Let's move on. You had your moment to be butthurt, right? We get it. You're upset. Cry about it if you want to. Stop burning crap down, right? Stop holding folks hostages, and let's just move on, right? Let's hand in hand, right? Let's continue to push this country forward to continue to be the greatest dang place in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are we? You know, there's no point just making this.
And here's another thing: people can get mad and say, "Oh, let's just say that."
For the sake of saying.
For the sake of saying, so it's like I said something. So say something. So stop shut up, huh? But anyways, let's say that they all right. We're going to put in a policy that's going to somehow lessen your chances of getting a gun, or
make it more difficult,
or maybe even possibility of registering all your guns, coming to your home, or making you go like they do in Australia and put them in a First of all, stop being scared of that, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Stop being scared of it.
Yeah.
Right? And if it does happen, take care of your business. Right?
Yeah.
But you can't just give up on life. And
yeah, I mean,
and all these people are like, oh yeah, well, hey, Trump still got something up his sleeve, and it's just all hopes, man. Look, it's over.
The only thing Trump has is a shot at 24.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Him or his son
or his daughter.
Hi, what's your name? My name is. Anyway,
yeah.
So I'm gonna start doing this, Mr. Roy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start giving a survival item each show.
Like
these are things that
I know, like, for example, when we were stationed in Japan, they would tell us, hey, during the wintertime, keep an old coffee can and a candle in your trunk. And you were like, what? Why? In case your car breaks down on the side of the road and it's all snowy, stay warm. Yeah. You mean like that kind of survival?
Yeah.
Like Bear Grylls?
Well,
crawling the camel to stay warm at night?
Yeah. Ugh. So let's just say the people that are scared of everything when during these elections and all that, the world's going to end, and
the doomsday preppers.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a half doomsday prepper myself.
You're a half day prepper.
I like the having things to survive if I need it. So that's why I come up with this list, is to maybe, like we're informational, right? We're helpful in many areas, and we want to be helpful in the survival area.
Survival, yeah.
Okay. And I'm only gonna list one a day, so don't get on to me and be like, hey, you didn't mention
it. But what about?
Yeah, it's coming, trust me. All right. The first one I want to talk about is flashlights. Okay?
Yeah.
Right now.
Ain't worth nothing in the daytime.
Well, it depends. You live way down in them boondocks. Sometimes the woods is still dark during the day, but
it's about as dumb as having a solar powered flashlight. Man, you ain't on that shit.
Hey, well, so now, is a flashlight can you eat a flashlight? No, but it can help you get something to eat.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many different things you can do with a flashlight.
I know it helped me win that ping pong game at your house.
Did? Right? Oh, yeah.
Every time it was your shot, I was strobe lighting you right in the face.
So if times get hard and you're in a ping pong tournament, to for some money to go buy some bread at the store, or to go buy a goat down the street, and you need to win this ping pong tournament,
strobe light
in the face, paddle in one hand, flashlight in the other.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But no, in all seriousness, if you want to say, hey, I'm going to make a survival items list. Okay, let's start off, and I'm not saying this is most important.
No, this is just a thing for your list.
Here we go. First on the list, flashlights.
Yeah.
Right? And not your little old cheap plastic, the things that you used to get at your little kids' hide and go seek birthday parties.
Or them plastic Ever-Readies that you can get for $1 at your famous dollar store.
Yeah, that lasts for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If they even come on. I've bought some before.
And you're like turning them on and you're beating the heck out of them. Like, come on. Too late.
Or
go get yourself a quality flashlight.
Yeah, let's and not just one. Get several.
Yeah.
Several flashlights.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive. Mm-mm. You can get good ones.
I know. I try to make a point to where I always keep one in each vehicle that I have. Mm-hmm. Right. Because it helped me when I was driving back from California a few months ago, helping my wife's cousin move a car. I broke down on the side of the road between Bakersfield and Tehachapi, California, and at about 11 o'clock at night, and I needed a flashlight.
There you go.
And I had my handy dandy PD-35. You know,
did you have anybody to hold it for you?
no, I had to,
So nobody to yell at,
no,
because everybody that holds the flashlight they get yelled at.
That has got to be the hardest job in the world, right? The flashlight holder,
Yeah.
or the light holder.
If I'm doing work at night and I'm like, "Hey boys, come here and hold this flashlight,"
They pretend to be asleep.
They're fighting each other. Like, "Oh, I ain't going."
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Daddy hit me last time.
Yeah.
Right.
I got 14 lashings last time.
Because I shined it in his face once.
I was looking at a bug and he was looking at something else.
Yeah.
No, but let's do flashlights.
Yeah.
All right, put that down on your list. Make it your goal this week to stack up on flashlights.
Yeah. I like it. Right. Could be a Lackland laser, right? For the folks that know what those are.
My gosh, the Lackland lasers.
Yeah. Right. We also they're also like our lightsabers, because we right in basics, right? We sword fighting with them.
Sword, right? Not sword.
Yeah.
You know,
they were
sword.
swords, right?
Hey, I feared. Okay, the only thing I remember about those lights is people having to run out while we were marching and do road guard. Oh,
you had such
gosh.
a responsibility that was levied upon you. It was up to you to keep the other 50 of us alive.
Yeah.
Right? With no training at all.
And hold on.
Get out there and stop that semi truck with
And
your
there was
Lackland
never
laser.
any vehicles.
Nobody's on the road at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Ti.
Yeah. So we'd be marching, and everybody fall out, bam, road guard.
Road guard's out.
Road guard's out. Hurry up before we die. And there's nobody there.
Yeah, you're standing there with your arm up, stopping nothing.
And the poor 4 road guards that ran out didn't even know really where to go. They just kind of
They all stopped the same. They're at the same stop sign. The other 3 intersections are open.
Yeah.
They're looking
one of them stopping the other road guard. They're looking at each other, facing each other.
with their hands out. Yeah. Oh man, who messed up?
So, but luckily, I never got the luxury or the privilege of
the privilege. Yeah,
doing
I can
road
promise
guard.
you it was not a privilege. Right now, I never did it as well because shit.
Well, there was never no class for it that I remember, and it probably was. If there was a class, I didn't pay attention. But so if they did call me out or give me that duty,
Now, didn't we keep you kept the same road guards the entire time, right?
I remember we switched up a few
Dang.
times, and maybe it was because they kept going to the wrong street or direction.
Kept getting fired.
Yeah. Why are you in the back? I don't know, man. But
When they knew we can't pick that spit cup kid because he stopped our formation one time to let a car go through.
it almost hit me. But so don't get your Lackland lasers. Don't get a cheap flashlight. Let's get high quality flashlights.
Yeah, something that's going to
And
last.
different types. Small ones for close counters. Long range for spotlight in case you need to pop a rabbit in the head.
Yeah.
Headlamps,
Yeah.
stuff that you can put on your head.
Right, but if you're going to wear,
you need to use both hands because you don't have a flashlight holder to yell at, so you need a headlamp.
but I am going to say for the headlamps, if you're going to be that person that you're going to wear a headlamp, right? Now, this is not I'm not trying to make fun of my mother-in-law, right? But my father-in-law did say, because they live out in California, and they're always having, power outages and rolling brownouts, and you can't, whatever. Forest fires. And he did say, well, bless your mother's heart, right? She was wearing one of them headlamps down around her throat, and she couldn't figure out how to get it going. So, Mama, hey, now. Let's just put it up on our forehead, right?
Yeah.
I won't tell anybody else. I promise. You know what I mean?
She put it on her neck.
Yeah, it's just there.
It's a neck light.
It's a neck light, right? So,
neck beam. Yeah.
Quality light.
All right, man. So I tell you what. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah.
Like I said, here in the near future, we're gonna start having some guest appearances.
Some guests on.
Some
yeah.
very interesting guest appearances.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on we'll start doing video for our podcast shows.
Yeah.
And
I
in the
like
meantime, in the meantime, skittle daddle oodle oodle Fina me, we're down there.
Yeah.
Follow us on
all them places.
What we got? TikTok.
Yeah.
Instagram.
MySpace. Right. FarmersOnly.com.
My face. Yeah. Follow me on my face.
Yeah. Left swipe it. And .nut and all those things.
Hey, but be sure to interact with us on these social medias, and share it with your friends. Okay.
Yeah, all of them.
It's about to turn into something epic.
And again, if you're listening to this at work, turn it up so the folks can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? Don't just hog and keep us to yourself.
Yeah, look, we're not just
be selfish.
We're not just on here acting goofy and all that. Of course, we're I mean,
and it's
that's
not just for
part of
you.
it.
It's not just for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't be selfish.
Lee.
Share
me with all your folks.
Yeah, the world needs to hear what we're saying.
Yeah, right.
Anyways.
All right, be good, folks. Huh? Yeah. We'll see you on Friday.
Okay, y'all tune in Friday.
Yep.
Let the Lord be your focus and handle up.